Hello everybody, I'll be talking about my exceptional scientist Narinder Singh, known as the father of fiber optics. Fiber optic cables are part of our daily lives, whether you're on your phone, streaming Netflix, or on the internet. Fiber optic cables transmit data as light signals through glass or plastic strands. This allows for high capacity communication over long distances, making them applicable to almost everything in our lives. Narinder Singh was born on October 31st, 1926 in a small village called Moga, in the state of Punjab, India, which was under British rule at the time. He was raised in a Sikh household, and the values of discipline, learning, and service were deeply embedded in him from an early age. Him being born during the colonial era exposed him to political change, cultural pride, and a drive to challenge the status quo. These would later fuel his determination as a scientist and entrepreneur. Kapany attended Agra University in India, where he earned his undergraduate degree in physics. However, his curiosity about how light travels, and more importantly, how to control it, drove him to study further beyond just college. He once read in a textbook that light cannot be bent, and that sparked the question in his mind, why not? Narinder Singh Kapany also visited a talk with a professor about how light could not be bent. This drove him to challenge that idea. After graduating, he worked for a short time in the Indian Ordnance Factory Service, where he made weapons and ammunition for the Indian military. However, his passion led him to pursue further studies abroad. In the early 1950s, Kapany moved to London, England to study at the Imperial College London. There, he pursued his PhD in optics under Professor Harold Hopkins, a leading physicist in the field of image transmission. It was during his PhD research that Kapany successfully demonstrated how light could be transferred through a bundle of flexible glass fibers, something that no one had ever achieved before. His discovery would lay the foundation for fiber optic communication, which later became one of the key technologies behind the internet, telecommunications, and medical imaging. After finishing his PhD, Kapany continued his academic journey with his postdoctorate research at the University of Rochester. After this, Kapany moved to California, where he lived for the rest of his life. Along with Kapany's great engineering skills, he helped to popularize Sikh art and get it moved into various museums around the world. He taught and conducted research at several universities, including Stanford, University of California, Santa Cruz, where he helped develop research programs. Understand why this is such a big deal. Before fiber optics, information could only travel through copper wires or radio waves, both of which had limitations in speed and efficiency. Kapany's invention would allow light signals to carry huge amounts of information incredibly fast with little loss. That means faster internet, clearer phone calls, medical imaging, and even space communication. In 1960, he coined the term fiber optics in a Scientific American article and became the first person to describe this field of technology in depth. Over the course of his career, he published over 100 scientific papers and 4 books, and he held over 120 patents. He also authored books on fiber optics and entrepreneurship. Over his career, he worked as a physicist, professor, entrepreneur, and philanthropist. He taught at Stanford University and founded several companies to bring fiber optic technology to the market. Kapany connects to biology through medical technology, cell observation, and the human anatomy. Through the direct result of fiber optic research, the endoscopy, a diagnostic tool, allowed doctors to view internal organs without surgery. It helped detect cancers, ulcers, and other diseases. Before Kapany, scientists had tried to look inside the body using rigid tubes and mirrors. This is prevalent because of our time spent on cancer research. In the 1950s, Kapany figured out how to transmit light through flexible glass fibers, bundled together in a way that preserved the image even around curves. This bundle of fibers could do 2 critical things: carry light into the body so doctors could see inside, and carry the reflected image from inside the body back into the doctor's eye or camera. Unfortunately, in 2009, Dr. Cowwood would win the Nobel Peace Prize, leaving Dr. Kapany's work unseen. but thankfully his legacy didn't go unrecognized. In 2021, shortly after his death, Nadir Singh Kapany was rewarded the Padma Vibhushan by the Indian government. This is India's second highest civilian honor, and it was given to him for his contributions to science. Kapany's work with fiber optics personally impacts me because of my interactions with computer programming and project design. I've created multiple projects using fiber optic cables. Due to Kapany's innovations, my personal projects have been able to run smoother due to his fiber optic networks. Without them, the level of speed that I had would not be the same. Kapany's work has impacted not only me, but everyone in this room. From the TV you enjoy, to the emails you send, and the procedures you have in a hospital. Kapany's work is the backbone of the internet. Without him, we would have permanent laggy and painful dial-up connections. Dr. Kapany faced exclusion as an Indian-born scientist in a Western-dominated field, but he used those challenges as motivation to prove his worth through groundbreaking innovation. His resilience in the face of racial and cultural bias shaped him into a determined trailblazer, opening doors not only in science but also as a champion of Indian art and representation. Dr. Kapany, an Indian immigrant, pioneered fiber optics but was largely overlooked when arguably his Nobel Peace Prize was stolen. Regardless of these challenges, Dr. Kapany's work would pioneer our modern-day life. His life proves that impact matters more than recognition. In a way, he reminds me of Rosalind Franklin, both who helped science see what was once invisible. Franklin revealed the structure of DNA, and Kapany helped us to see inside the body. Both changed biology forever, even if history didn't always give them the spotlight they deserved. Their stories can remind us of the true impact that often stands behind scenes, but ends up changing the world. And to end with a quote from Dr. Kapany, "Science is universal, and it belongs to all humankind.